you had lots of opportunities, but just couldn't get over the hump?
Yeah, transition. I mean, we had so many fast breaks that resulted in nothingness and free throws. Give them credit; they got a good team. We were lucky. We had some steals. I think we flew around pretty good. They didn't take care of the ball as well as they have on the whole season, and just too many of those. I mean, fast break points are still 6 to 4. I mean, the amount of transitions that we had and just ended up with 0. Tough. You're not. I mean, you turn someone over, it's got to be a layup the other way, and we turned it over and we charged. We turned it over and we missed layups. Good teams don't do that. We played like we've played far too often in the year. When we play good teams and they got a good team and really well coached, when we have a chance to seize the moment and win, we tend to just shoot ourselves in the foot with something bizarre, whether that be a fast break that we don't even hit the rim on a layup that's, I mean, it's contested, but their layups are contested in transition also. They're not missing the rim. And free throws, you know, we went and just couldn't make any, so that doesn't lead itself to winning basketball.
What do you attribute that mostly to? Concentration, confidence?
I think confidence and toughness. I mean, I don't know what else you could really. I mean, it's funny because, you know, if you think about it, when you start playing basketball and when you're in biddy ball, you get taught how to make a layup on each side of the basket, and after that, you're pretty much on your own. There's not a lot going on. There's not a lot of instruction in terms of, hey, he's got a fast break. Please make sure you jump off this foot and do this. I mean, you just have to have a knack for accepting some contact and finishing, and that's something that, I mean, it's unbelievable. Some of the ones we miss, I just, you shake your head, but it's been a whole season of that. It's been a whole season of that. And give them credit when they needed to make a couple plays. You knew that Smith and Brown were going to have it, and they did, and they drove us in there. And Bennett made, when they got fouled, they stepped up and made the free throws. So, you know, we just didn't capitalize on some transitions that really hurt us. We're not a great half-court offensive team. That goes without saying, but you ought to be able to score in the open floor. When you have 13 steals, 4 fast break points, that's kind of defies logic.
Yeah, you kind of prefaced my question. Your defensive plan against Indiana State and your half-court defense seemed to work pretty well. What did you try to do to disrupt them and keep them off balance?
Well, we tried to change defenses a bunch to give them different looks. The biggest weakness of us defensively is keeping the ball in front. Penetration defense is somewhat challenging for us because both of our forwards, Austin and Josh, are longer and then they are quick, so they don't necessarily have blessed with great lateral, and we don't have our 2 guards don't keep it in front at all. So you got 3 spots that you're trying to protect. So we've tried to change up coverages. We mix up during the game how we're guarding ball screens, and we threw some zone at them. They were really good. We got them a little early start of the second half. We threw some diamond and one on them just because we wanted to make them have to do something else. And I think it led to some of their turnovers because they just kind of weren't as sure of themselves as what they usually are, like, oh, I'm going here. Because they're such a good execution team. You watch them on tape, when they're playing well, I mean, they shoot 41% from 3 as a team. That's hard to defend. And today they were 5 for 17. You need to win that game when they don't make threes. And they were still able to beat us just because their defense, in the half court, we didn't get hardly anything good. I mean, we threw it inside, and they do a great job of walling you up and being physical, and they rotate well. So, they won the game. I mean, we made some really incredibly poor plays in terms of layups and free throws in the last 4 minutes. But on the other end, they were capitalizing and making winning plays too. It wasn't that we just lost. They deserve some credit. And they've had a great year in the league. I mean, to go 11-7 after the non-league they had is incredible.
Got a few days now to regroup for the tournament. What are your plans?
Well, we're going to take a couple days off because, in the situation we're in, as obscene as this will sound to you, I mean, you still got to go with the mindset we can win a tournament. That's our mindset, and that's got to be the players' mindset. And to do that, we got to play 4 games in 4 days. I'm aware that nobody's done that, and I'm aware we have not won. But if you look at our games against the upper tier teams, we've played better. We kind of play to the level of our competition, and then just about a half a step below that. Like whatever, if you're not real good, we won't play well, and then we'll find a way maybe late to not capitalize on a chance to win. If you're really good, we tend to play our better games, against you, whether that's Indiana State, Wichita, Northern Iowa, but then to beat those teams, you gotta be really good at the end, because they're not just gonna give you the game, that's why their record is what it is. And we just kinda get close, but can't quite kick it through. I think some of that's inexperience, some of it's not having a go-to score, and some of it's just, it snowballs on you. You know, you fight it and fight it and fight it, but unfortunately, we have a little tendency to feel like, oh, here we go again, here it comes again, you know, and somebody goes and misses 2 free throws, and then all of a sudden, we all think that we've gotten beaten, there's still 3 minutes to go, and you gotta persevere through that, and we just haven't quite figured that out. So we're gonna take a couple days away, try to rest our legs, kind of flush our minds a little bit, and come back at it like it's a new season, because it is, and, you know, somebody's gotta beat you to put you out.
Okay,